Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Capricorn Soul Path reading for May of 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I'd also like to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everyone to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also feel free to check out the mid-month readings, as well as the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Capricorn's soul path for May of 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there may be moments of silence, while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you hear, see, smell, taste, feel within yourself, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading, as we are not together in the physical. I am connecting to your energy. And in a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. Excuse me. All right. We have the 10 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and at the bottom we have the King of Wands. So in May on your soul path, I feel you very much kind of embodying this 10 of Cups. There's this overflow of blissful emotion. It feels like all of your cups of emotion are full. And there's this celebratory energy. Your inner child is being able to come out because of this emotional safety that's kind of created by this overflow of this blissful divine love here. So you are feeling, there is an exuberance here coming off of this, and kind of a new here is we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So you are beginning kind of a new path with this energy, and I feel like it's actually this energy that's kind of sparking this new path in a lot of ways. And this new path is very much of a spiritual nature, but also has a large emotional component to it. With the Page of Wands, you are seeking freedom. This is this path that you're on. You're really seeking your full potential, perhaps moving to a location or in a work type of environment where you are going to have more potential moving forward. So I definitely see more of that for you as you come into this freedom. With the Page of Cups, I feel like you're kind of riding on your intuition. You are receiving some intuitive messages here. And you are curious what is around the corner here. And there's kind of this youthful exuberance, this kind of youthful curiosity and excitement as you move forward. At the bottom, we have the King of Wands. So like the King of Wands, you're kind of embodying this visionary type of archetype. So you kind of, you have this vision of where you're going, where you want to go. And with this kind of bliss, you're making it happen. So you're really following your bliss. I don't know if you've heard that phrase before. And really being the leader here. And this is very much of a spiritual nature, however you're moving here. And whatever you're doing, I feel like you are doing it with a lot of style. I feel like this is kind of about just who you are. You do things with style. You dress with a certain uniqueness, and so you continue this. But this is part of this expression of this bliss, is how you are. It's like you're fashionably on time. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn Soul Path for May of 2023. All right. One more, please. Thank you. Excuse me. Got a little tickle there. So we have the Ancient One, the Hero Approaches, Astral Song Singers, and Brujo. Excuse me. I do apologize. It's that time of year. So we have the Ancient One here. So something about this bliss, you've come into contact with this wisdom and knowledge of your ageless, undying self, this soul recognition that you're having of yourself. And in doing so, you're uncovering some hidden mysteries, some hidden talents, some spiritual treasures, if you will, for your journey forward. And I feel you are kind of balancing your light and your dark at this time, almost to the point to where you're not thinking about them as light and dark anymore. It's that level of balance where it's just one thing. We have the Hero Approaches. So I kind of feel like this is you here in your life with this vision. So you are kind of in May turning into the hero of your story here. And for some of you, you will most likely be receiving aid, whether you're the hero or not. You are receiving aid also from those around you. So, and this may come in unexpected ways or in unexpected times. But that is kind of a side note. I do feel for most of you, you are becoming this hero with this bliss here. We have the Astral Song Singers here. So you may be receiving some auditory messages from the spirit, the clairaudience, being able to hear the spirits, because the spirits, the ancestors, the divine are coming in to try to give you some helping messages. These are kind of coming as like kind of spiritual road signs for you. And it's like when you're on the road, if you don't follow the signs, you end up going the wrong way down a one-way street here. So the Spirit is wanting you to pay really close attention to these messages, these intuitive nudges that you're getting, and to really follow these things. For some of you, you may be engaged in some level of music and things like this as part of your self-expression or spiritual expression here. And this is aiding to a certain extent in your bliss here. But again, this bliss isn't coming from the activity. This bliss is actually what you are. And I feel like this is kind of what you're starting to realize here. We have the Brujo here. And this word Brujo translates to witch or sorcerer, depending on the literature that you're reading about that. But Basically, this is a magic practitioner that deals with earth magic, nature spirits, and plant medicine and plant spirits. Excuse me. But you are having faith in these messages that you're receiving from the Spirit. You may also be receiving some visions. Some of you may be utilizing sacred sacraments at this time and connecting with those kinds of energies. But the supernatural is really playing a big role for you. There's like this undercurrent here of kind of spiritual activity, whether it be from your guides or otherwise. And I feel you can kind of sense the movements of these here, but they are around you, and it does appear that they're coming in with aid for you, helping you in one way or another. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's Soul Path for May of 2023. Thank you. The 3 of Pentacles. So there's your team. All right. Oh, that's too many. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. That's too many, too many. One card, please. All right, all right. All right, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Lover, or the Lovers, the Moon card, the 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So you definitely have aid in your spirit. So your spirit team is definitely coming in. And like I said earlier, I feel people in your community, your friends or family, this bliss that you have is kind of infectious. And so you're kind of pulling in a team, essentially, or you find yourself a part of a team. And so you are in a position to utilize and implement what you have learned thus far in this team. Now we have the Lover's card here. So in this team, there may be a romantic counterpart coming in for you. This really feels like what is happening. I'm trying to stay neutral in it, but it does kind of feel like someone in this team is really pulling on your heartstrings here. And it does appear to be some chemistry there. I feel like your whole path in May has to do with the choices that you make. As we see there's on this top row, there's no major arcanas. It's all minor arcanas, which is all free-willed energy here. We don't really get major arcanas until we come down here, and it's the Lovers and the Moon. So there's a lot of wiggle room for you to change the story in May. I feel like the Spirit is kind of showing you the best path or best case scenario here, the top row. So someone in this team that you're coming in contact with, again, is pulling on the heartstrings with a Moon card. There is something hidden about this dynamic with this person. So you may not know them all the way yet. So you are getting to know this person. As you do, it does appear that there are perhaps some red flags coming up, or just some out of the ordinary type of things. Now, whether that sits with you in a good way or not is really going to be an individual choice, but there's something there. You're using your intuition to navigate this, but it does kind of bring up some fear and some worry, as you are really not wanting to be deceived in this. And you may find as you move forward that there is some illusion surrounding this. So take that how you will. We have the Four of Cups here. So I feel like this kind of situation kind of leaves you wanting still to one degree or another in one area or another. So you do kind of find yourself focused on like these cups are great, or this lover's scenario is great, but there's something, it's not completing the set. You have these three cups and you're wanting this fourth cup that will really tie this set together. And for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like this person, even though they're a wonderful person, it's for some reason, it just is not the fit that you want. So this definitely has you in your feels because you want something. So we have the Seven of Wands here. I feel like when you realize this, you kind of go into protective mode to a certain extent. And it's like you're kind of feeling this poke and prod from the universe that's like nudging you to get going. So like you realize that this maybe, even though it has its good points, that maybe it's not what is meant for you. You feel pulled towards something and that there's something destined for you. So you persist, you keep going. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for Capricorns for what is on their soul path for May of 2023. In transit. All right. So we have in transit, connection link, inner sun. So in May, you are in transit. You are embarking on this new path. You're following your bliss. You are not, whatever you come across in May, you're not staying there. And this includes, unfortunately, this person. The Spirit's putting this here for you so that you can kind of weather this. But it does appear there is a connection link. So there is a connection here, and maybe, sometimes lovers that don't really work out sometimes can make the best of friends on a plutonic level. And this kind of what it feels like is taking place. There is a connection. It is more of this heart or spiritual, what you could say like satsang type of connection here. But again, it's not igniting some aspect of what you are expecting out of romantic connection. And as you see, the heart is lit up definitely, but the divine is coming in with this different spark for you. So you have a different spark coming in. And how you handle that is entirely up to you. And again, May is a lot about your free choice determines a lot of where you end up in the summer here. And the inner sun. So following your bliss is going to be important. Following these intuitive nudges of your heart, listening to your heart, and not putting rose-tinted glasses on concerning this person. There is something you're learning from this person. And that's why it feels like more of a satsang connection than a romantic connection. So you are learning from this person. Um, and sometimes you have to come together with someone for the both of you to realize, like, maybe we're better off as friends. And this is kind of what it feels like as you follow this bliss. You're kind of realizing, because like I said earlier, nothing that you come across in May is going to stay. Um, so take that for how you will. But do know that there is something that's really going to pull this set of cups together for you. It's like kind of what you've been asking for, and is kind of this like perfect fit, even in ways that you may not have thought to ask about. So there's a different type of connection coming for you in the summer, provided your path continues on this trajectory. Please give us two or three. Well, please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's soul path for May of 2023. Or rather, what is Capricorn's inner climate like, inner landscape like on their soul path for May of 2023? 2 or 3 cards, please. Okay, come with it now. 2 or 3 cards, please, for Capricorns. Okay, that's a lot, but we'll take them. I guess it's only 4. All right. Thank you. We have white rhinoceros, crayfish, red squirrel, and fairy wren. I'm not sure this card has come out yet in these online readings. So we have white rhinoceros. So stability. I feel like you're definitely stable in this this heart center bliss kind of energy. I feel like whatever your practice is keeping you in that type of stability. Now there are some wavery energies in here, like with this love connection and the hidden. So there is some stuff in there, but I feel like you maintain your stability because you're really following your bliss. But I do feel you kind of getting in your feels a little bit and then feeling a little out of your feels. So it runs a little hot, it goes real cold. Confidence. So you're kind of coming with a lot of confidence. This connection may also give you a lot of confidence. Definitely has you feeling good about yourself. Steadiness. So there is this importance to stay steady. The Spirit is wanting you to stay on the trajectory that you're on, but it's your free choice what you want to do. The Spirit is trying to lead you towards abundance here. If you follow your bliss in your heart, that is where it will lead. But there's some detours here or some off-ramps that you may not want to get off on. We have crayfish, so protection. Again, you kind of are in a protective stance. So you may, when this connection cools off a little bit and you kind of take some space, take some distance, you may feel like you are kind of in a protective mode. You're kind of protecting your space, your privacy. So this person may persist as they feel the cold shoulder, if you will. And so you may be kind of protecting your self in that way. Perseverance. So the Spirit is wanting you to persevere through whatever comes your way in May and stay the course. Vulnerability. So this person does kind of allow you to be your vulnerable self here. But I feel like when this goes cold and you realize that this might not be the right fit, you also feel a little vulnerable because this person now knows some intimate information about you. So you're having some feelings about this. And in a way, it kind of feels like because you've given of yourself in a way, in a certain way. And so to see that this really didn't work out the way that you thought it would and that you're actually wanting something else, it does kind of feel like you've lost a pincher here. But like a crayfish, when it loses its pincher, it grows back. So wherever you felt diminished here in May, this is going to be regenerated for you. And this is for learning here. There's a lot of learning about yourself, connection, relationship that you're going to learn in May. And really you're learning about what you truly want because you're realizing what you don't want in that way. And we have the red squirrel, so resourcefulness. I feel like this bliss and whatever your practice is, these are your number one resources here. Your bliss and your practice, and they go hand in hand. And I feel like for you, it's almost like you feel like you can't have one without the other. I feel like you can, but this is how you're rolling with it right now. Vigilance. So you're watching your bliss. You're definitely you're keeping a close eye. If anything diminishes this bliss, it's kind of like you're out. And I feel like that might be what happens here, as this person just has different plans for the future than you. They want something different out of life than you do. Also, I feel like when you're in this protective mode, you're also kind of hyper vigilant. And I would say that might be a good idea, and that's going to be a little different for each of you. But definitely, no matter what you're doing, make sure you're safe. Make sure you're in a safe environment with safe people. Preparation. So May is really prepping you for summer, prepping you for this move forward. So busyness. I feel you are very busy in May trying to get your ducks in a row. This kind of comes out of left field for you. So again, the Spirit is wanting you to maintain your course. Stay busy on what you know you need to stay busy on. Fairy Wren. Spontaneity. So you're moving very you're moving very spontaneously, and this is why this kind of connection happens so quickly. There's a spark, there's energy, and some spontaneity in there, and you've got quite a cocktail. And then we have vibrancy. So you're really vibing with this bliss. You're kind of shining as you move forward. People can see this about you. You're doing it with a lot of pizzazz, a lot of style, support. So you have the support of your spirit team. Also, you have the support of this team that you're involved in. And the muse here. So this bliss and this heart, your practice, this is your muse. I feel like this person kind of expected or expects for them to be your muse, but you kind of have a greater muse here. So that may cause a rift here. Something about your dedication to this is not setting well with this person's plans for how they see their life playing out. All right, please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's soul path for May of 2023. All right. We have this card, it says freak. So something about like the chemistry or something there has either one of you, and I feel like it's a little bit of both, kind of pointing the finger at yourself and being like, am I too freaky? am I too freaky deaky? And I feel like perhaps this other person might be a little more freaky deaky than you might want to be. Either you or the other person is kind of pushing the boundaries of the other person past a certain level of comfort here, and calling you, either one of you is calling the other one out, and it makes the other one kind of feel like, am I a freak for... And this has to do with passions, lust, yearnings that I feel like this person has some that you're kind of uncomfortable with, but I also feel like perhaps you have some that exceed this other person's intensity level. But this is really about these passionate yearnings that you really want to share with someone. You want this fulfilled in your life here. And for whatever reason, there is kind of a misstep in the connection here because of that. So because of those things, it doesn't feel like it is working out here. It says, it's a dog eat dog food world here. So it's kind of like, in a way, like your vibe attracts your tribe here. And so, and I feel like you are kind of doing a rapid change here, in a positive way, from like the beginning of April till the end of summer. There's this rapid change here. So the universe is kind of delivering to you what you want in a way that resonates with your vibe at that specific time. So this person is coming in at this specific time when you're kind of at this one place in your life, your vibration, your story, your path. And as you continue to change, you're kind of out-changing this person and essentially outgrowing them in kind of a quick way here. And so the universe is delivering you something new based on your new vibration, if that makes sense. All right, please give us 2 cards for what is on Capricorn's soul path for May of 2023. Woo. All right. We have the white buffalo, and we have the scales. So with a white buffalo on this card, this is depicting a Native American cultural figure. Also, the white buffalo is seen as an auspicious sign that kind of marks the beginning of this new era, and for you, this new path forward. And also, you may be, again, utilizing sacred sacraments at this time for one reason or another. And it does kind of indicate that is to your benefit for most of you. Then we have the scales. So you are definitely weighing things out at every step of the way as you go through May. You're kind of like, this seems like this is great. And then some things pop up and you're kind of like, this does not weigh out for me anymore. You're also kind of judging yourself a little bit. by pointing the finger and asking yourself, like, am I a freak? And it's like, no, you're not a freak. This person just does not resonate with you on this passion level. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Capricorn's soul path for May of 2023. 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Capricorns. All right, that's way too many. 3 cards, please. Now, if those are meant to come out, they will come back out again. All right, all right. One more, please. All right. Alrighty. We have the 9 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Chariot, and the 9 of Pentacles. Now we have 2 9s here. 9 is the number of attainment. So where you feel like you're kind of losing, do know that this isn't a loss. This is actually pushing you closer to attaining what you actually want, what's actually going to fulfill you. And I kind of feel like perhaps in the love department, you feel a little wounded, as the 9 of Wands is generally seen as the wounded warrior. In the heart department has definitely been a test of faith for you. You're wanting to keep your heart open. You're wanting to keep your faith and belief in love alive. But you're tattered. You're not torn. You're not out of the game. And in fact, you have all the spirit fire necessary. And where you may feel like you're lacking some spirit fire, the spirit is coming in and giving you extra. So you're getting this aid from the spirit, definitely. And this is giving you a lot of inspiration, this bliss. This is your inspiration. And you're going to have a lot of growth in May. There's going to be a lot of change for you. You're kind of growing like a tree here. We have the Chariot. So you are very driven towards whatever your bliss in your heart is drawing you towards. You have a lot of ambition. You're filled with a lot of confidence concerning this. And just in general, this bliss fills you with confidence. You feel this sense of fulfillment due to that. It's also kind of stoking your willpower to have this aid of the divine in this way. This is also indicating that any obstacles you may come in contact will be removed for you. And I feel like you are taking, for most of you, successful action in May, even to connect with this person, even to be vulnerable in an intimate way with this person, is all learning, provided we're all safe and consensual, of course. But you are moving forward with this balance. You're really kind of wearing your emotions at this time. Your heart is open. Your intuition is lit, and you have this drive forward here. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So, and really this is speaking of luxury. I feel like this is this luxury of heart. It feels like passion is kind of important for you, and especially in May and moving forward. So having this sense of satisfaction, having this abundance in this area is what you want. You're also receiving some messages from the spirit. But there's also this kind of thing, as you move forward, you're following your bliss. So anything that doesn't align with that, you're unfortunately like, sorry, but I'm in motion to the ocean. I have to go. And so where you may feel unfulfilled by a connection with someone else, you also have this kind of attitude of like, this isn't cutting the mustard. I can do this myself. So take that how you will. So you are taking this rite of passage. You're dropping any burdens that is hindering your transition or this passage for you. And we have the Queen of Swords. So you're being very direct about this. You're not beating around the bush. You're like, this just isn't working. And I'm sorry. So this kind of feels like this kind of sharp directness that you may have to use with this person. So you are reprioritizing yourself, and you are adapting. Change seems to be the name of the game for you in May here. So you are adapting as you move through May. And here we have the Four of Swords. So meditation, contemplation is really going to be important for you to kind of suss these things out, kind of see about this. Also, the importance of some R&R. This may be where you are saying, I can do this myself, type of thing. Allowing yourself to receive this R&R. But also meditation is going to play an important role for you to stay in your bliss. So I think that's a good place to leave the reading, Capricorns. I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for May. This actually looks really great, provided you can stay the course here. But so if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. However you're taking this in, once again, you are truly most appreciated. And Capricorns, I'll catch you on the next go-round.